So if you're using the Building Design Suite Premium, you have Revit and you have Showcase. So in Revit 2013, you have this new feature where you can use a suite workflow, and this gives you a real easy way to link up your 3D model with either Showcase or 3ds Max Design. So here I'm going to go to Showcase and do a realistic presentation. So when I select that, I'm going to click on Settings here, and under Settings I set the appearance. So my visual style is this realistic style and has the realistic shadows. Under background environment, I've picked the grass field, which notice it says building size. Some of the other ones are much smaller. They're designed for things like cars. If the model is too large, it just won't fit in that grass field. I have an alternate there. And then I'm going to center the environment on the model, so I have that check marked. And just going to hit run. In here I got to tell it where ground level is. So I'm going to say ground level is 0 meters. Which is my level 1 of my Revit model. And then Showcase opens up automatically. And as Showcase opens up, it converts that Revit file to the Showcase format. Now it's loading up the 3D model. So all the materials and textures that were put on Revit, or inside of Revit on all the elements, are what's going to show up here. And here it's setting up the shadowing. Now it's setting up the environment, which is that grass field. And this is just one of the default environments. Then you can see how it places the building right in the center of that environment. Simulates a 3D environment, so as I rotate around, you have the view cube and all the rotate commands like you typically would in all the Autodesk products. So I can pan around, create any scenes, any views from the scene that I want. As I zoom in, you can see the different Revit materials that are on there. It's a nice quick way to make a really nice presentation. So on the bottom of the screen here, I'm going to click on Lighting, Environments, and Background, and then click on Library. And this just shows the default environments. Again, most of them are too small to fit something as big as a building model. But you can create your own here also. And next button over is my lighting adjustments. The overall lighting, I can change the brightness, and I can also select shadows or lights. And as I select shadow here, I can just click and drag on the ground plane there and move the shadows. So I can move them wherever I want. Real quick way to set up your lighting. Visual styles. I'm going to go into the library here to show the presets. So I'm in the photorealistic style now. You'll notice they also have these abstract styles. The abstract styles don't look real good with photorealistic backgrounds, but I'll show you a couple of them. The first one here is realistic with edges, and that one actually looks pretty good. You just basically get a thick line or edge around the 3D model. As I go into the other ones, you'll see quite a difference. So if I click on here, I'll change it to technical illustration. And here's where you'll see those photorealistic backgrounds just don't look very well, in the abstract views. But here again, just to show you some of the presets. This is the tune color. So any one of these I can click very quickly, and then I can always change it back to that photorealistic rendered look that I had before. So without taking a long time like in 3ds Max or Revit to do a full mental ray or eye ray render, this is a real quick way to get a photorealistic render to send out to a client. Now I'm going to set up shots here. So the next button, I'll click on shots to open up the menu. So the camera view that I was in Revit when I export it out is saved. And then now I can go in, zoom and pan, create another unique view. The shots button here is just a toggle, and then I go into create still image, and it just creates a camera view, a shot, and these can actually be animated almost like a slideshow, and I can click between those views at any time and switch back and forth. And then notice I also have a materials button here, So the materials that are on the objects now are from Revit, but I could replace those with the library here that's in Showcase. So I'm going to filter for roof. So let's say I want a different roof material on there. And you've got a couple different libraries here to choose from. When I click on the second one here, the Autodesk materials, there's a roofing category. So I could pick any one of these. It's just different kinds of shingles. It's real easy to click a face or a polygon mesh. I just clicked on the roof there. You can see how it's highlighted. I right click over my material and then just do assign to selection. And then just click out in space. And these shingles are pretty small, so I got to zoom in there so you can see them. And you can see that they did apply. So it's really easy to swap out materials. And then my last step would be publish. I could save this as an image, directly export out to YouTube, again create a movie or slideshow, or just save it as a Showcase file.